were doing the mom thing, and oh my God. You know what? I gotta tell you, I remember when we were recording that, and I would do it, and Mike would go, I think you've got more. I think you've got more in you.
Has to be more anguish.
And here I am. I started sounding like this, and now I was sounding like this, because I was losing it from yelling so much. And he's like, there has to be something, you know, just makes your hair stand up, like, oh my gosh, you know, this kid's being ripped apart, or something, you know, some kind of part terror and part pain. And just kept doing it and doing it. And by the way, if you remember, you didn't see his mouth. It was like, I think it was a shot of the house.
Yeah, it was.
So the good news is it doesn't have to match any flaps. It just had to be a certain length. So he just put it in record, and I would scream, and then I would stop, and they'd just keep recording, and he'd be like, I'm sorry, dude, a little longer. And I just tear into it again. And you should have seen, I mean, you know, I'm one of those actors that, like, I get into it. If my character's fighting, I'm in there going, you know, in front of the mic and stuff. And so I was like, reared back and screaming. And of course it can't have a lot of body to it because it's still Ed, it's a little kid. So I'd do it, and I would know that it wasn't any good. I'd like yell, and then I go, oh, crap, that sounded horrible, I'm sorry. Let me try again. I'd take a drink of water, you know, and just try to gather my composure, because I knew I was going to be hoarse for a week. But when I heard it, finally, when it finally came out, and I heard just there's something in the middle of it that just kind of popped up into that upper register, I was like, oh, and Mike was like, oh, that was perfect. And I was in there in tears going, please say you got it, please say that it recorded. So that kind of stuff's hard, you guys. It's hard. There are a lot. You know what? I don't know that I've said this a lot in convention panels and stuff, but it's harder than you think it is. It really is, especially emotional things. You know, everybody, I'm funny boy. You know, I'm the funny voices, and you know, and fighting and they all that stuff, which is a lot of anime. But then there are those scenes in shows like Full Metal, where you've got to communicate the power and the sadness and the loss, you know? And that's not something that's very easy. There was one scene, somebody wrote me one time and they said, did you cry when Nina died? And I said, truthfully,
That was acting.
I didn't. I was fake, that was acting. When they see the splatter on the wall, and Ed just, right? Okay, that was just acting, because what episode was that? Oh, no, it was earlier than that. Seven or so, okay. I wasn't yet invested in the show. I didn't know that much about things, right? So it was acting. But then when we got to the Bury the Chopper episode.
Which episode? Bury the Chopper. It was the one, you know, with the chopper, like where he captures Winry and they're in that meat freezer. When Ed's talking to Al.
I mean, that was the first, I remember that was the first time that I got grabbed. And I'm like, I love this show. that speech at the end just killed me. Oh my gosh. Sorry. You want to hear it? Yeah! Okay, everybody be quiet. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Close your eyes, okay? Because I don't want you to see me. I want you to imagine Ed, okay? Oh my gosh, I love this. This scene was so good. When I really thought he was going to kill me, I didn't have any hope anymore. Then you showed up, Al. And I realized if we don't look out for each other, then no one else will. So I'll do whatever it takes to get your body back. Even if it means becoming the military's lapdog. And we'll just have to hope that our powers are good enough to see us through. Because we're not guns. We're just humans. Tiny, insignificant humans. couldn't even save a little girl. Ah, that's it. Poor Ed don't cry.